Hello and welcome. You're watching Money 9. I'm Sakshi Batra. Well, the uncertainty around COVID-19 pandemic has really taught all of us the importance of savings more than ever before. The importance of managing our money in a way that ensures that we have enough money to cater to any kind of emergencies and also to achieve our financial goals. Now, on Kaise Bachaye, Kaise Badhaye, we always catch up with entrepreneurs in the fintech space that are doing just that, helping us save better, invest more, and grow our wealth as well to live our life goals more effectively. Now, on the show today, I will be interacting with Nisha AG, who is the co founder and CEO of JAR, who's a Bangalore based fintech app, to understand more on how they're really planning to use new age technology to blend with the old age concepts of savings like the piggy bank as well, to ensure that more and more people are able to financialize their everyday savings. And on this edition, I have with me Nisha. Thank you so much for joining in on this edition of Kaise Bachaye, Kaise Padhaye. Welcome, Nisha. Thank you so much for taking our time for us. Good to have you with us. First up, let me kickstart by asking you, help us understand more about what JAR is all about. How did you come up with this concept and how is it helping Indians save and invest money?
Hey, thank you very much for having me over the call. JAR emerged out of pandemic as a result of seeing the distress of common man, where suddenly if everyone is asked to stop working and earning for a very short period of time, how much of financial stress it puts everyone into. And also before that, the whole idea was. India has a very large population, and the financial literacy is very, very limited. And Indians are right now caught between the new age jobs, earnings, and all of those things at one side, and the other side you have the Western consumerism where you want to buy everything. For the first time, you are getting access to money. First time you're working, and first time you are getting salaries and all of those things. People get overwhelmed and end up spending everything. Indians are forgetting savings to a larger extent, and also the numbers indicate the same. We have about 450 million people who use UPI. At the same time, only 30 to 40 million people who invest in stock markets and mutual funds. That showed us there is a huge opportunity to build a platform which will help us extending the financial inclusion and financial services to larger masses. And that's when we decided to build JAR.
Absolutely. The concept sounds absolutely interesting to all of us. And we do understand that there is a whole wide need of more and more people to ensure that they also move towards financializing their savings at this point in time. Because no matter how many demat accounts have opened and more retail investors have joined the fray of stock markets, we still have a long way to go because still about just about 4, 5 or 6% of Indians do invest in stock markets right now or have any kind of financial savings at this point. So help us understand what JAR really does. How does a user who comes to your app or downloads your app, what really happens when one does download your app?
So JAR is a savings and investment platforms for the new age Indians, people who have just started earning, people who are in their early 20s to mid 20s to early 30s. It basically works for everyone who has still not gotten into the whole spree of savings and investments actively. People have great intent, but there are various reasons why people don't invest. The first and foremost is financial literacy. It's very less across the country. Hardly people understand stock market, mutual funds, liquid debt funds, or index funds, and all these things. Second thing is they don't want to get into any sort of commitments. Liquidation is a big challenge in any sort of investments that are available in the market. And on top of it, everything is filled with jargons and English. So we wanted to simplify that. We wanted to build a simple platform which will help people become a better version of themselves and start their journey of savings and investments. And that's what we do with JAR. JAR works on three simple principles. It does roundups. It has an option for daily savings, and third thing is one-time investments. Roundups
So
is a very
basically, as
simple.
I understand, you're saying roundups because every day we spend so much money in buying our everyday needs, and what we are left with is some kind of loose change, which
Yes.
initially in our ancient times, or like when our parents used to teach us more about savings, we used to put that money in piggy banks. But now
Yes.
this is going to happen digitally, and you're going to be bringing up that concept in a renewed form, in a digital form, and ensuring that it just not stays there in the jar, which is your concept, but also eventually gets into savings, right?
Yes, the idea is very simple. It's digital gulak. We end up spending hundreds of times throughout the month digitally across various channels using our credit cards, debit cards, net banking, digital spends, UPI, and various other UPI payment platforms. So we thought there is a great opportunity for us to engage user at every such spend point and nudge him to start the journey of savings and investments, so that
Mm.
every time he spends, say you step out for a coffee right now, you pay 25 rupees for a cup of coffee, you paid it via UPI. We immediately track the transaction and we round it up to the nearest 10, and we withdraw that additional 5 rupees from their account via UPI auto pay and invest it for them in digital gold.
Okay. Now, at this point in time, a whole lot of our viewers would be concerned about one question. I'm sure that you've been able to, address that concern too. But let me ask you that question for the wider audience right here. So, in case you're saying that you're going to be tracking our payment points, like, or engaging with us at that point whenever we are doing our transactions. So, whether it is with a credit card or a debit card or any kind of a UPI, mobile wallets, all of these. So, I have to basically link all of these with the app jar. In case I do that, the question that emerges is, what about my data safety and security, which is usually becoming a bigger concern right now. How are you addressing that?
So what we do is we do not we first of all we track every transaction. We only understand the credits and debits. Only the debits is what we are interested about, and then we hash out that data. We identify that there is a spend, and then from there on the data is encrypted and stored on the platform, not on the backends, and the data can will not make sense anything beyond that transaction point. So users data is always very safe and it's highly encrypted, and no one can access data. Even ourselves, we cannot access the data to a greater extent. And every transaction is automatically read and rounded up and then forgotten.
You've started off with digital gold. So help us understand all that money, all that loose change when it gets deposited in that digital gulak or digital jar. How does it get invested in digital gold? Is it automated? And first of all, help us understand, why did you choose digital gold as the investment option?
See, we are doing a mass movement of people into the finance, institutional savings and investments for the first time. And when you are doing that, you cannot position an alien instrument in front of them, like be it mutual fund, stock market, or index fund, and all of those things. So we choose to we our chosen instrument is gold because people of India trust gold, they value gold, and on top of that, it has been the chosen instrument for the nation for ages. To park their savings and investments, and that's the reason we went with gold, so that it gives our user base a comfort to start their journey of savings and investments with an instrument which they trust the most.
Hmm. Right. Also, would you be exploring more options like mutual funds, as in when you see that, more and more people have come onto your platform, they are willing to invest in even more platforms or investment riskier assets, perhaps like a mutual fund or equities?
Absolutely. As when the time is right, we will certainly introduce more investment options, help people to diversify their savings and investments into multiple instruments across.
Okay, but in since you've started off with digital gold and you've started just about 4 months back, I wanted to also ask you. So far in the year 2021, we have seen that gold has actually given a negative return of about 8%. In contrast, if you see, equities have really performed because at this point we are amidst a bull run. We have seen a whole lot of interest from new first time retail investors, which is why this 14 million new demat accounts being opened in the last 1 year alone. And we are a registered 8 crore people now, as far as the BSE data concerns. So I wanted to ask you, with the new avenues which are giving better returns, for the new millennial generation, which is actually interested in doubling up their money in a much shorter time, does gold still make sense for this generation?
See, gold is one of the most stable instruments for millenniums.
Hmm.
Even the most financially literate guy would like to park 10 to 15% of his total portfolio in gold to hedge the risk of any volatility that comes
Hmm.
with any other instrument. That
Hmm.
is, gold will always be a part of anyone's portfolio across the globe.
Yeah.
Gold gives you that flexibility in terms of liquidation on a very immediate basis. Gold's appreciation is always on par with uh, 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 inflation, yeah, if you consider with last year, yeah, gold is down by a little bit, but if you consider for last 10 years, gold has
Mm,
appreciated on an average 10 to 11% year on year. And that is a typical trend, right? Whenever there is the fluctuation in the equity markets or in the markets, gold immediately shoots up. Once the correction happens, gold prices
mm,
also get corrected. And on top of that, Indians see gold as not as a pure play rational decision. There's a lot of cultural significance to it. There is a lot of religious significance to it. Gold absolutely makes sense to start the journey of savings and investments. And I think people are accepting that instrument. There's nothing new when it comes to Indians, right? They have been
mm.
buying gold, they will keep buying gold. Doesn't matter how financially literate someone is, gold is part and parcel of life.
Absolutely understand that. When we talk about for users who have been depositing their money in jar, what is the minimum money that one needs to start off with by investing in digital gold through your platform, and how does it really work?
There is no anything like minimum capital requirement to start the journey of savings.
Mm,
Like your gullak at your home, you can start with as low as 1 rupee. Same thing with jar, you can start your investments with as low as 1 rupee and slowly build a habit of saving a small percentage, a small portion of your everyday income, or everyday spends is slightly apportioned into jar on a daily basis. So it starts with as low as 1 rupee, and you can invest anything that you want to invest.
so basically, is it a concept like a fractional ownership? Because in 1 rupee, how much gold can you
Yes,
actually
it's a
get?
fractional ownership of gold. Yes, and people can get the gold delivered to their home once they achieve half a gram and above.
Oh, okay. And that I understand. So, the physical aspect is also there, that once you collect this much, you can also convert it into physical gold and get that.
Yes, yes.
Okay, get that. There's another very interesting video that I came across on your platform, and that was about that, how you were giving command to Alexa and saying that, just by a voice command, your money was invested. As simple as that. Could you just give us a demo of that and help us understand how are you bringing your collaboration with Alexa? Are you looking to explore with such platforms even more? And how do you see technology really aiding money management in future?
One thing I strongly believe is you need to make everything very simple. It
Mm,
cannot be a long, laborious process when it comes to anything. As soon as you make it very simple, people
mm,
adopt it in a very rapid manner.
mm,
There will be a mass movement into adoption that happens once you simplify every step of the journey. And that's what is jar is all about. If you take jar in its current form, you can start the journey of savings and investments in less than 45 seconds. That's all it takes. From installation to your first rupee investment happens in less than 45 seconds. And that's the beauty of it. And we knew that we need to continuously evolve, you need to continuously innovate, so that you can engage the current and also the older generation. There's a
mm,
widespread adoption of platforms like Alexa, Siri, and Google Assistant across the country. Even in the tier 2, tier 3 towns, people use Alexa for paying their bills, asking, requesting to play a song, requesting to the status of a particular order, and all of those things. Even my parents use Alexa for to pay their electricity bills and all of those things. I come from a simple tier 2 town, and still my parents have adopted it very smoothly. Uh, 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 and that's where we believe that if we integrate jar into Alexa, we can create some sort of an excitement, we can create some sort of an curiosity amongst a larger audience, and they can start saving. And once it becomes a habit, it becomes much easier for them to, whenever they can think of savings, they don't have to open the app, they don't have to take a long process to even invest small amounts. Say if
mm,
I feel like investing 50 rupees right now, I can simply tell Alexa, hey, invest
mm,
54 rupees from to my jar, and
mm,
automatically you just have to link your Alexa account to jar account once. From there
mm.
on, everything is automated.
Okay, could you show us a demo so that all our viewers can understand, how this is going to conceptualize and work?
Sure, absolutely. Alexa, open my jar.
Hey there, how much do you want to invest today?
Invest 50 rupees.
Done. Investing 50 rupees to your jar. See you soon.
Thank you.
Well, that was fabulous. I'm sure, all the new generation are in, because in our generation, we used to say that, everything we want at the touch of a button. The next generation wants everything at a voice command as well. So, even if it is about savings and investments going forward, pleasure speaking to you, Nisha. And thank you so much for being with us and sharing all the insights that you have with this new concept. All the very best to you. And I'm sure to catch you whenever you're catching some new milestones, and be with us on Money 9 to share any more interesting developments that you have at Jar. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
We wrap up this edition of Kaise Bachaye, Kaise Badhaye for you, and we keep getting you such interesting conversations with the fintech entrepreneurs to help you understand what is really buzzing in the fintech space, how are new companies really coming to help all of you save better, invest more, and grow your wealth as well. We'll keep getting you such interesting conversations as well. So be with us on Money 9, and for that, you need to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also stay with us via our social media platforms, and also visit our website money9.com. Thanks for tuning in for now.